Hello, gamers. We're back at the summit. We're back at the summit. So let's hope that tonight is the night that we overcome this really big thing. It's been a tough journey. Hey, Go, how's it going, gamer? Good to see you. My day was okay. I got a lot done. I've got a busy week ahead of me. I have preparations to make for my vacation. I have to prepare everything for the person taking the line. Also, sorry about the echo there. I forgot to mute the restream again. I've been doing that lately. I don't know what's wrong with me. Pro streamer over here. How are you doing, gamer? Always glad to have you along. Also, BDHDR. That's a mouthful. Thank you for the follow. The vacay date. So I'll actually be leaving on the 16th. So it is very unlikely that I'll be streaming on the 15th. So Thursday is most likely. I might stream Friday. I don't know. What do you gamers think? I might stream Friday because I'm not going to be able to stream Saturday because I'll have to leave early for the airport on Sunday morning. So, but I'll be gone from the 16th and I won't be back until the 23rd. So, I'm going to actually be on vacation longer than that, but I'll actually be out then. Hey!
It's Stewie just resubscribed for 13 months. Vacation baby.
Yeah, it is vacation. Thank you for the 13 months, Cody. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll be back to streaming by the 24th. Depending on how I feel, I'm supposed to get home super early on the 23rd. Yeah, I'm gonna be off the whole following week. From the 23rd, I won't go back to work until the 30th. So, like I say, I have a lot of prep to do to set up the person who's going to be covering me while I'm off. So, but yeah, vacation's coming up, so I won't be streaming. Like I say, I might stream Friday. Depends on how prep work goes. Hopefully, I can schedule a time to go get that sushi and sake with Go. That's the plan. That Friday still works for you. Let me know, Go. For sure. Hit me up on the Discord. Let me know the time that works for you, because that is still my plan. Is to make time to finally meet the man, the myth, the legend that is Go Kibuki. Have to send a pic of the meeting to X, make her all jelly. Thursday shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, that Thursday shouldn't be any problem either. I know you're a working man, so I'm gonna try and work around your schedule while I'm being a slacker for 2 weeks. Yeah, the 27th shouldn't be a problem. So, yeah, you're good, Go. Just, like I say, hit me up. I always got time for you. Always got time for anybody in the Spice Rack fam, for sure. And also, big appreciation to anybody who stopped by the stream last night. I wasn't really in the good headspace. I was really frustrated with some of the changes, but I'm taking a break from the Overwatch for a little while. We'll come back and revisit it later, see how we feel. But right now, it feels like the right time to just kind of step away for a little bit from that. And so I'm really enjoying Celeste and some of the other stuff we're doing, and we'll definitely plug something in there. So y'all can bet on that. I'm not taking a day out of the schedule just because of, a game. That's no big deal. So, anyway, but yeah, I'm definitely getting back into the right headspace. Back up and rolling. We got the new car. I've been enjoying driving it for Heather drove it most of the weekend, but I'm getting to sit and do and driving it, enjoying it. Still learning what it does. So having a good time with it. So, anyway, who's ready to see me overcome? Oh, it's an awesome experience, Go, and I'm really glad that I decided to just wait and do the build and wait for it, and not spend on vehicle for a long time and get what I really wanted. I'm really happy with it. I couldn't be happier about it, and it's not even just it's just the fact that it's something that I really treated myself and I worked hard for. And Heather kind of had to bring me into perspective about, hey, you're not being selfish. You worked really hard. You've sacrificed. You've saved, and because I was feeling like, man, this is a lot for myself. But I mean, we didn't go ham on it, but it's a lot nicer than a lot of things that I've ever pursued before. So you kind of feel that guilt, buyer's remorse a little bit, but then it's like when I finally just accept that it's something that I've worked towards, and it's like, you know what, it's okay to enjoy some comforts in your life. It's not all just about grind and scrap, and at some point you have to understand that your life is going to be short, and it's perfectly reasonable to work hard and budget and be disciplined. But there's also a time where you have to realize this life isn't going to last forever, and the early sacrifices so you can really enjoy comfort as you get older and your body gets a little bit worn down. A little bit of comfort goes a long way from the early grind. So it's been an interesting journey, and it's also part of my mindset. Yeah, Heather is amazing. I don't know what I'd do without her. I mean, she really does encourage me to be my best possible self. She's, and she spoils me way more than I deserve. So I would trade it all if it meant, making sure she was around, and that's no joke. I'll tell you all the stuff that you can accumulate, no matter how nice it is, no matter how big and bad you think it's going to be. If you don't have people in your life that are meaningful and deep and honest, then it doesn't matter at all. Because people enrich your life way more than things do. It's okay to have nice things. Perfectly all well and good, but if you have to sacrifice good people to do it, it's really not worth it. So, and like I said, it's possible to be that good person and to also have good people around you. In fact, I think, in my experience, unless you're just, super career driven kind of person, which is, very few of us, the only way to truly build up and be successful is to bring people of high quality around you to kind of push you to be your best self. It's just necessary. So I think the idea that, you have to do it alone or that you have to step up, I think it's just dead wrong. In my experience, you need good people around you to push you to be your best self, and that you're encouraging to be their best self and growing together. So, but again, I'm not the smartest person, I'm not the most talented person, but I'm blessed with good people around me that help me to be that. So, with all that in mind, speaking of surrounding yourself with good people, they've come to support me to be my best self and beat this summit. So what do you say? We get to it. How you liking it, Cody? You enjoying it? We're gonna get back in the groove here in a second. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it, gamer. Heck yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it, gamer. I missed it. I overcorrected. I tell you what, that ball has probably got me more than any one thing on this whole screen. Trying to get in the zone here. Yeah, it's a tough one there. Shoot. That or that gap there. Yeah, it's definitely the fall and then that small gap there. They're definitely my biggest snags. Almost there. Went a little too far. tell you what, at least this week I'm not like super tired. I slept really well last night. I think the best thing I did was call it early last night. Just clear my head, go to work, get some stuff done. It's like your mind space matters so much in how you perceive your day. It's like if you have in your mind that, you know, something's going to be rough, it's more likely to actually be rough. And like, I just feel crisp, like more crisp with my movement today than I did last week. Oh, and also gamers, if you haven't followed the Instagram, I will be posting regularly to that while I'm on vacation, so if you gamers want to see what I'm up to while I'm on vacation, or like I say, if somebody, you know, is out in Vegas you know, while I'm out there, you know, come out and say what's up. Love to meet the gamers, you know. I mean, you guys are why I show up. That window is pretty tight too. I'm glad I decided to stop trying to go up and over the top there. You just spent a whole lot of time when you can just hit those 2 dashes there. That jump was a little weird. Alright, we getting it, gamers. We getting it. Oh, I missed the spring. Sheesh. You hate to see it. Alright. Man, I haven't missed that drop in a while. Like every once in a while you make a mistake from early on in the playthrough and it's like, alright. Still a little early on the up dash there. Messed up my timing just a little bit there. Ah, cut it a little early. You're getting a lot more consistent, that's for sure. After 1,000 odd deaths, I ought to be pretty good at this section by now. I accidentally hit a little bit back to the left, so I dashed up left instead of straight up. Dashing up a little early there. Finger slip. Tensing up a little bit too much there. Deep breaths, gamers, deep breaths. Like I feel like I'm getting closer and then I get nervous. Make like really silly mistakes. Can I clear that with a straight horizontal dash? I'm like second guessing myself on it. It's like I feel like I might be high enough, but I'm not sure. Tell you what, this game is just hitting different tonight. Just kind of grooving with it. I don't know. Sometimes I worry that I'm like getting too much in the zone and I'm like forgetting to just keep interacting. You know, you get into like super focus mode. One of the things I worry about is, you know, as a creator and entertainer, like, am I getting too locked in? It just doesn't make it very entertaining. I mean, yeah, if you're good at the game, it's fine to, you know, kind of lock into the zone. Shoot. But I wonder with, like, first playthroughs, like sharing more about what I'm thinking about would improve the experience as a whole. I don't know if I can make that dash straight over there. I just don't feel like I'm hitting high enough on that spring to do that. It's like I feel like maybe the angle dash isn't consistent enough. I don't know why I hit the jump button too early, so I didn't hit the dash to do the wall kick. Got ahead of myself there. Yeah, too late on that one. A little bit of a delayed reaction there. Telling you, the muscle memory is starting to kick in a lot more consistently. The question is I freaked myself out there. I didn't think I was gonna make it, and somehow I recovered that. And it's like you get that like doe in headlights, wide-eyed look. Yeah, I don't look for that to be the way to do that. Maybe if you were coming from over the top, maybe you could go straight over there, but there's just not enough height. Yeah, I don't know. If we make it through that first one, I'm feeling pretty confident about once we get the dashes down and those dash reset gems, that it won't take but a couple of attempts to kind of get that section. That's just my thoughts on it. Once I get that bar, is going to be like all downhill from there. Then I do something like that where I've been hitting it the whole time. Just hitting the wrong direction in a dash. Oh! Accidentally let go of the right direction. Derp. That's just a derp moment. Hi Temp, how's it going, gamer? How's your weekend going? Come to see me die a bunch more times while I'm trying to overcome this summit. Maybe I'm just a little late on that up angle. Gotta wait a little bit there. Be patient to finish the dash. You enjoying Overwatch 2, Temp? What did you stream, gamer? Closing in on it now, gamers. Hey Kata, how's it going? You enjoying the Overwatch 2, gamer? I came in and lurked for a hot minute before I got started after work. Shadowrun return. Yeah, thank you, Kata. I appreciate it. Yeah, right now, Overwatch is just like a nah for me right now, but I'll revisit it later. Like I say, it's time to just kind of take a step away and do something else for a little while. And like I say, I know a lot of people came into this community from that game, so I know it might not be for everybody. And that's just part of it. Oh!
Kata just resubscribed for 7 months. Yorbu 13 woo, Yorbu 13 woo, Yorbu 13 woo.
I love how it says Yorbu 13. And then it goes woo. Love it. Thank you for the resub, Kata. I appreciate it. 7 whole months. Yeah, the text-to-speech. Yeah. It's your boo. Not intentional, but funny nonetheless. Yeah, thank you very much for the 7 months, Kata. I really do appreciate it. Too kind, too generous. House Celeste, tough as nails and satisfying as hell. Like, I really feel like I make progress, but it's just super tough. Game is really hard. And I love it. The story is fun and relatable. The gameplay is tight and enjoyable while giving a really solid and fair challenge. Other than that one level. Well, not even that whole level, just that one screen. Yeah. Yeah, and the jams in this game are solid. Like, what's not to love about the way these jams are? Like, if you're gonna die, 15,000 times, at least, make the game pretty to look at, and the jam's solid. It's the way I feel about it. Yeah. Heck yeah, pimp. We got the straight up cat jams out here. I'm messing up over here. That ball is a tough window. I always cut back a little too early. I don't know what I did there. Whoops. Oh, I'm a little too high. Okay. I'm like, what am I doing? I started doing something different. I just had to figure out what it was. Dashed up a little too early there. Alright. By the way, gamers, I am resolved to try and beat the summit tonight. I'm willing to put in the time to beat the summit tonight. So if it takes me till, 3 o'clock in the morning, that's what it takes. East Coast time, obviously, Not everybody East Coast. 3:30, 3 o'clock in the morning is when I do have to call it, but I'm willing to just keep pushing through the summit until 3 o'clock in the morning, if that's what it takes. Now, obviously, if I beat the summit, I'm probably gonna freak the heck out. Oh, I missed the block. But I'm hoping it's not gonna take me that long to beat it. But here we are 5 hours in. We haven't beat it yet. Thanks, Go. Thanks, Tim. Hey, X with the raid! How's it going, gamer? How was the Apex? I saw you win one. I'm a member of that raid over here. What's up? How are all of the members of the Kirby Kingdom? I don't know if one of my mods is in the chat or not. If they are... Take care of this. have to click off the game to do that. How was the Apex? Yeah, it was good? Heck yeah. Did you get another win? Go out on top. That was a weird jump off that cloud. Ah. A little too hard. Ah, I accidentally let go. You're a rock star, X. You're not only doing better, you're doing best. For real. I'm telling you, you're pretty daggone good at it. I never was very good at shooters. We got pretty far that time, gamers. We got pretty far. Closing in. I guess I'm gonna have to switch directions on them dashes a little faster. Slappers only. Dude, Temp, that's throwing me back. Underrated game mode in GoldenEye is you only live twice. Where you only got 2 lives, and once you died twice, that was it. And the winner is whoever didn't die twice first. Such an underrated game mode. It's like, if you die the first time, you're not out of it, but you gotta play like more conservative, but you can play like really aggressive if you have both your lives. It really changed up like how you play the game. Like, you gotta dash up while you're dashing right there. That's pretty tight. Not even gonna lie. I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I gotta dash sooner there. Yeah, nobody gets to pick up. You know what's really funny about the Oddjob in GoldenEye is that in the film, Oddjob was a big dude in the GoldenEye film. might have been able to dash straight across for that. Like, the guy who played Oddjob was a wrestler. But they got Oddjob confused with Knick Knack from The Man with the Golden Gun. And they, like, made an amalgamation of it. Because, you know, Knick Knack from The Man with the Golden Gun, you know, he was a small dude. Yeah, the guy who played Oddjob, I think he was, like, taller than Connery. Or the same height. Like, he was a big guy. What's really funny about Goldfinger as a whole is that Goldfinger's voice is not the actor who played Goldfinger. It was dubbed over because the guy who played Goldfinger didn't speak English very well. Got it. Which for the time, the like dub over was really good. It's like 2 times in my childhood who I thought a person's voice was and versus who it actually was. It's pretty interesting. But like the Darth Vader voice wasn't, you know, the guy who played Darth Vader. You know, it turns out it's James Earl Jones. I don't know, maybe I can make that dash straight across. It's like, you find out James Earl Jones isn't the guy inside the Darth Vader costume. It's the same thing as finding out that Art Goldfinger's voice doesn't belong to the guy who played it. Yeah. Yeah, he had to wear special shoes so he wouldn't look so short. Also, it's like crazy how, like, in the Dalton era with John Rhys Davies, you know, you find out like this dude's like a big mountain of a man, and he played Gimli in Lord of the Rings, and he was supposed to be a short dwarf guy. But it was also interesting when he played in Lord of the Rings because he was such a big guy that he could be filmed with the actual actors of the Hobbits, and the scale was actually right because that's how big of a dude he was. this random, like, movie trivia I got stowed away in my dome while slamming my face against spikes over and over again. Just leaking out from the holes in the head from all the spikes. Man. A little late on it. Sweaty hands. Tell you what, we've cleaned a lot of this up. Ah, dashed just a whisker too early. Yeah, we've cleaned up this section considerably. Still making mistakes in it, but even the backup strats. Up angle on the second one. It's too late on it again. I don't know why I hesitated there. That run actually felt pretty good. Bonk. You know, you make a little progress and then you get a little shaky from the nerves of making progress, and so you like have to refocus in your efforts from what you've been doing for a while. Thought I was up there, but apparently I was not close to up there. So y'all want to hear a funny story about my pre-streaming, life, right? So I always thought streaming was interesting, but, I was told by my family, it's like nobody makes anything playing video games. You're talking this back in the mid to late, the late 90s, early 2000s. I never thought of it at the time, but I had cousins, I was like the gaming cousin, I wasn't the athlete. I played sports, but it wasn't really my, gifting. I enjoyed sports, but most of my cousins were, more athletic than me. And they went on to be, tradesmen and stuff, we were pretty standard, southern successes, a lot of them are, tradesmen, some go on to be business owners, but they, you know, in general, they start out as tradespeople. But like, when I wasn't working, I just liked to play games because my dad was generally too tired from working all the time to really like, you know, want to be doing outside stuff because he was, you know, he was working a lot of the time or playing softball. And so he was like trying to chill when he was home. He was a busy dude. So I played video games with him, and that was sort of our bonding time. But eventually, you know, I started getting better at games than he was. And he'd just kind of hang out and, you know, see how good I'd gotten at them. You know, like especially when, you know, the Super NES and the N64, you know, came out. You know, and I got real good at Ocarina of Time because I played the crap out of it. You know, I got it like soon after it released. You know, I got my N64 in '98 after saving Christmas and birthday money and every side dollar I could get to buy that N64 because I wanted the new Zelda game. And my dad used to hang out on the couch and he'd just watch me play. And you know, I would watch, you know, people play. You know, we'd trade the controller back and forth. But it never really occurred to me that that enjoyment could be with somebody, you know, you didn't really know. Like the camaraderie that it created. But it kind of falls into like the same thing as, you know, watching sports and stuff. It's like you kind of get into that zone where you kind of relate. It's like, you know, when you watch sports, you're watching somebody do something that, you know, you enjoy, but they're just better at it. Kind of critique it and you go over and you root for the teams or the whatever that you like. And, you know, if you like the same teams, then, you know, that's cool, you cheer together, and if you don't, you know, you give each other a hard time. So really, like, watching gaming, really just looking at it, it's like it's the same kind of thing. So, like I say, I didn't think anything of it at the time about, you know, my dad enjoying watching me play games. But it's really, like, come around to, like, how I relate to gaming with people. It's like, I remember how much that meant. And how much he enjoyed, like, just seeing me go ham on this game that he liked, but, you know, he didn't have time to invest in getting good at it at that time. And he still to this day talks about how good, you know, Ocarina of Time is. And how good I had, you know, gotten at Mario Brothers 3. He played that game a lot. Mario Brothers 3, like, is the game my dad was, like, obsessed with beating. He put a lot of time into it, and he was really good at it. I mean, he'd be up all night long playing Mario Brothers 3. And so, yeah, I just watch him play and enjoy it. And he, you know, we had 2 players, but I wasn't very good at games back in 1991. You know, I was 5 years old. So, you know, I was getting there, but, you know, I hadn't really gotten good at it. So, like, watching him get good was, like, really awesome. And to continue to grow and get better at the game around him. Yeah, I mean, Sage has actually met my dad, and he does not look like a video game player. Like, you meet my dad, he's like that country boy athletic guy, you know, he's gotten a little older. Yeah, it's like, if you meet him, you're like, this guy played video games? It's like, it's mind-blowing. Yeah, if you meet him, you know, he's a big guy. You know, I'm not a very large guy. I'm actually I'm a lot shorter than most people would suspect. You know, because I've kind of gotten like an elongated body. I'm a little thin, so it's a little deceptive. But yeah, I'm actually not very tall at all. And my dad is 6'1", you know, 230-pound mountain with broad shoulders. So yeah, if you ever get to see what my dad actually looks like, you know, he's a big guy. But yeah, as I grew up, you know, and I had a cousin that had AIDS, so you know, he couldn't really go out and do stuff, so we played video games together, you know. He just never had the physical strength to actually do a whole lot. He couldn't really be around a lot of people because of the risk. Yeah, that's about when my dad gave it up. But after the N64, that was pretty much it. He said 2 control sticks were too much. So when the GameCube came out, he just kind of tapered off altogether. He played the Wii. Mostly Wii Sports and Mario Kart, but, you know, he enjoyed a Wii. I think he's still got one. I think he still plays it. But yeah, like I say, my dad was, you know, he had an Atari 2600 back when I was born, and then in 1989 we got the NES. So like, gaming was a part of my life, you know, growing up. But I guess I just took to it more than the rest of my family. Yeah, your dad loved Pac-Man. My dad would play Pac-Man when we go like to the arcades. But I think a lot of his, like, more than I'd probably be willing to admit most days, a lot of his preferences in gaming really, like, spilled over to me. I accidentally dashed there. He was very much, you know, a platformer, puzzle-solving, adventure gamer. Like, he played Q*bert and Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. Oddly enough, he didn't play Pitfall, not that I ever remember, but he liked Centipede and Millipede. But he never really played stuff like, you know, Asteroids or Galaga. Like, I played Galaga a little bit. Yeah, like, he never really played a whole lot of games like that. It was always like Mario Brothers. Now, as far as like my love of Zelda, the only Zelda game I ever recall my dad ever playing was Ocarina of Time. Like, he didn't really play the Zeldas on the NES. He played the original Metroid. I remember him, you know, trying to figure that out, but I don't recall him ever beating it, but I do remember him playing it. he was definitely more of a platformer kind of player. And I'm sure that's like impacted how I consume games. But yeah, anyway, like I say, my cousin, you know, as I started to get older and we kind of hung out a little bit, you know, he played video games because with his age, again, he couldn't really do much, you know, risking, you know, infections and all whatnot. So we developed a relationship playing games together. Of course, he was pretty good at games when it's, you know, all you can pretty much do. You're bound to get good at it. But then I started to get a knack for playing games a little bit later on in my life. I guess it was about 12 years old, you know, when I really started, like, getting into my own games, my own gaming. Like I say, I had saved for an N64 for 2 years after it came out, so I could get it. Because, you know, my parents couldn't really, you know, they could probably have afforded it, but not easily at that time. And, so, like I say, they're like, if you want it, you know, you need to save up your money and go get it, and so I did. And I guess that's, like, why I've saved up for a lot of things, is because it was like a discipline I had to learn really early on. Like, if you want something, you just gotta save for it, and then you can get what you want. Maybe that's where that discipline came from. Not sure. But I played Super Mario 64 a good bit. But I wouldn't actually really invest into getting good at it until after I had like played Ocarina of Time to death. And as much as Ocarina of Time has like a really soft spot in my heart, it is not my favorite Zelda. Link's Awakening is my favorite Zelda. It was also like my first one. And the only reason I ended up playing it is because my aunt had a Game Boy and she bought it, didn't like it, and just gave it to me. So, I did play a lot of A Link to the Past, but it took me a long time to beat it. That game is actually pretty tough. A Link to the Past is really tough. But anyway, so by the after my cousin who had AIDS, you know, he passed, you know, he got a infection that became pneumonia. In my early years, yeah, I actually didn't have the trouble that a lot of people had with the water temple. I actually enjoyed like the complexity of it, but like I say, I was 12, you know. The only games I actually had for my N64 for years was Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, and Ocarina of Time, and that was it. It was all I had to play. Now I still have my Super NES, you know, and I had several games for it. You know, I had A Link to the Past for it, and Donkey Kong Country 3, which, real talk, I enjoyed a whole lot. That game gets hate for like no reason. Yeah, thanks, Egg. But yeah, yeah, so I just had to get good at the games because I couldn't afford them, and my parents really weren't in a place to afford them. So I just had very few games. I had my Game Boy, which had most of my games on it, just from the simple fact that the Game Boy games were a hell of a lot cheaper. Yeah, there was a big gap between me and my younger cousins, but I was homeschooled until middle school. So, you know, my younger cousins and I kind of developed a relationship. But one of them, he really just, like, thought it was great how good I got at games. Really, Tim? That's interesting. Let's start speedrunning Mario Bros. Yeah, my mom couldn't care less about gaming, to be honest. But yeah, Dad was more the gamer. But anyway, like I say, my cousin, one of my younger cousins was like interested in seeing how I got good at games, and it started with Batman Returns on the SNES. He would just watch me play it on the progressively harder difficult. Dude, Wall Masters in Ocarina of Time are like creepy as hell. Yeah, so like I would just play the Batman Returns on harder and harder difficulties until I finally beat it. And he just thought that was crazy. And then when the remake of Final Fantasy 1 came out on the PlayStation 1 with the improved graphics and dialogue, we'd get together and I'd just work on trying to beat Final Fantasy 1. But the real kicker came when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. Majora's Mask, heck yeah, that game is creepy. It's really good, but it's creepy. I don't really care for the 3-day cycle in it, but I'm not taking away anything from the fact that that game does storytelling so well and builds its world like no Zelda game has since. Like having people deal with, you know, the end, what they view as the end of the world, and how they react to it. Yeah, when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, me and my cousin were obsessed with it. I hadn't even played Kingdom Hearts 1 when I bought Kingdom Hearts 2. And so, that and Final Fantasy X were the two games that me and my cousin, we would just get together at my grandma's house, and I'd hook up the PlayStation 2, and we'd just sit there into the middle of the night. And he wouldn't want to play. Like, he would just talk, we would just talk, and I'd play, you know, one of those, you know, usually Kingdom Hearts 2, you know, Final Fantasy X. You know, for him it was, you know, wasn't enough action in it, like there was in Final Fantasy 1, you know, because Final Fantasy 1 random encounters were like no big to do, it just went into it, you beat the monsters, you moved on. But yeah, 10 was a little slower for him, but you know, y'all know how like crazy spectacle Kingdom Hearts is. And so we would just spend till the middle of the night at my grandma's house, sitting around experiencing this story of Kingdom Hearts 2. And that's honestly like the first, like, my first experience of playing games to entertain somebody. That was the furthest I've ever made it, gamers. Yeah, like I say, so like playing games and hanging out with people as they watch, I guess it's just something ingrained into me that I didn't even realize. Thank you, Go. Thank you. It's so weird, like, looking back at it, like, you don't think about that. I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. Playing games, talking to people, and building relationships around me just playing a game. I've honestly never fully unpacked it before. But it truly has been a part of my life for a really long time. I don't know what happened there. Tricky, huh? I may have to look over there and think about what inputs I need to be working on once I'm getting back there pretty consistently. So once I dash over, dash up, dash over, fall down. And then dash right, dash upright, fall down, dash right, dash upright, dash upright, dash up left, dash upright, and then dash right. I'm not going to remember any of that. First discovered the Elder Scrolls. So was it Morrowind or Oblivion? That's the question, Sage. Like, Morrowind's throwing it back. Oh, I didn't go far enough out to the right. I don't know many people that played Morrowind. You know, I got exposed to Elder Scrolls through Oblivion. Because it was the first one to come out on consoles. So, like, I didn't... Never actually played Arena. And I'm not even familiar at all with Daggerfell. At all. Remaster mods are easy. Yeah, a lot of those older RPGs kind of were a little on the cryptic side as to what you were supposed to be doing. In all honesty, like, a lot of older games were a lot more cryptic, especially if you didn't like have the instruction manual. Yeah, we had a computer when I was younger, but we didn't really have games on it besides like Minesweeper and Ski Free and Space Cadet Pinball. So like, I think the most game that I had on a PC was Mass Blaster. Though I did have a dinosaur program I used to mess around in a lot. Because, you know, cliche guy likes dinosaurs. At least the good thing about this level is that I really feel like I've made so much progress, even though I've barely gotten to the end of, near the end of it. So you actually went like backwards in your consoles. That's interesting. That's actually really interesting. I'm trying to think, what year did Modern Warfare 3 come out? A Saturn with no games. Classic. Trying to think of when that game came out. – 2011, because I actually, fun fact, didn't really play first-person shooters besides Golden 007 themed ones from the N64, GoldenEye and The World Is Not Enough, and like Nightfire and Agent Under Fire. I played no other first-person shooters. I didn't play Doom, I didn't play Wolfenstein, I didn't play any of those. I didn't play Medal of Honor, nothing. It was the end of the Black Ops 1 life cycle. Black Ops 1 life cycle. I was, you know, but I met some guys at work who were all about the Call of Duty, and I had just gotten internet in my apartment and bought a PS3 because at that point PlayStation's online service was free. So, to save myself money on my own, I got a PlayStation and started playing like Call of Duty with them dudes. Yeah. So like I said, I'd only like seen somebody play Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare when it came to console. But yeah, they were talking about the new Call of Duty, and so I got a copy of Black Ops for fairly cheap and just started playing with them. And then I joined a Call of Duty Elite clan, right? And that was the first time I started actually playing competitive multiplayer online shooters. And what I did is I'd play Riot Shield with some or I'd play Stinger missiles and just shoot down the air support for take objectives while the rest of the team did all the killing. I really didn't actually do a whole lot of shooting. I got better at it as I went, but I actually didn't. Yeah, well, I mean, sort of, but I didn't play, Call of Duty like a lot of people play Call of Duty. I'd run the support kill streaks and drop ballistic vest and run recon. Yeah, Halo 3, heck yeah. Yeah, so I didn't play it like most. I really enjoyed domination and holding and controlling objectives versus team deathmatch. Unprotected Wi-Fi. Like, that's not a thing anymore. Dang. Man, it's... Wi-Fi until 10th grade. Well, fun fact, I didn't actually have, like, good internet until I bought my own house. Even the clan, like, when I was playing with the clan, I had, like, cheap internet. I always had, like, subpar connection. But I was playing in the morning with the clan, so, like, the servers weren't as busy as, like, playing in the evening. So it didn't impact me as much. Yeah, I didn't start getting, like, really good internet until I got married and bought my first house. Yeah, Gears of War. Yeah, like, people who play Gears of War play Gears of War. Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah, I got so into, like, yeah, them dudes on Gears, they don't play. Yeah, I got so caught up in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I prestiged 20 times on PlayStation, got an Xbox, and then prestiged another 10 times on Xbox. It was crazy. I played that game entirely too much. And despite playing it so much, I never had better than a 1.5 kill to death ratio on it. So that does it. Yeah. But yeah, I never got like super good at Call of Duty. So domination was my game of choice. As I continued to play COD, it was like I more realized it wasn't really my game, and so, but I enjoyed some of the first-person shooter elements, and so some of my COD dudes, when Borderlands 2 was announced, a lot of them had played Borderlands 1 before. So they needed a fourth for Borderlands playthrough before Borderlands 2 came out. So I hopped on there with that, and I was like hooked right away. All the chaos of Borderlands 1, especially when you're playing with, a group of 4. And so I really, really liked Borderlands. As I phased back out of Call of Duty. And I haven't played a Call of Duty since Black Ops 3. I played a little bit of Warzone with Hewish and those guys. Yeah, the mods for Borderlands 1 were pretty nutty. I never did play Borderlands with randoms, though. Yeah, I mean, I guess they were just worried about the quality of the games for people who did want to play online. Yeah. Beating Borderlands 2 by yourself is a slog. Because of how bullet spongy the enemies are, even with the adjusted difficulty, it's still a slog with some of the bosses. It's still very much a slog. Helps if you jump. It definitely helps if you jump, gamers. Cut back too quick there. Yeah, Borderlands became my shooter of choice. because it gave the RPG elements, the chaos, and the co-op. So it was like everything about... I always do that. I push too far to the right. Yeah. Yeah, the gauntlets, yeah. Yeah, the gauntlets of enemies that you have to deal with. Yeah, Borderlands 2 is like my favorite of the Borderlands games. But it is far from easy. Honestly, it's like once they did like the last DLC, the over leveling, I just never did anything with. I feel like when you played through the game the second time, I just didn't do anything after the second playthrough. I just preferred to kind of, you know, cap out the level and then grind for legendary weapons. Dang. Overpowered lovely, you know. I actually platinum Borderlands. Borderlands 1 and 2. So, it's some of the few games I've actually, like, done every achievement in. There's one game I wanted to get every achievement in that I still haven't yet, and that's Stardew Valley. I think I need to up angle there. Yeah, Vermivorous. I only got him to spawn once and he killed me. So I never actually got his loot. Which is real unfortunate. Like, there was a little RNG involved in Vermivorous. I beat all the other invincible bosses, though. Vermivorous actually was the only enemy that would drop legendary artifacts. Shoot. Almost got it. Yeah, the amount of hours to play, you know, to get his spawn, and I think his best spawn rate was in the Caustic Caverns. So, like, the enemies, the way they spawn, and the way the damage works in Caustic Caverns, it's like, it's a lot. My hands are getting a little stiff. Alright, here we go. Grog nozzle. Yeah, the Gunzerker was so beefy in that game. Depending on when you're built for Brick in the first game, he was pretty tough to kill too. But yeah, the Gunzerker was very tough to kill if you built him right. Like, in my opinion, that was the way to play solo if you had to, is this Gunzerker with a tank build. On bosses, though, like, yeah, that was the build if you were fighting hordes of enemies. But the boss fights, you wanted the bee shield and the corporate bitch submachine gun and the conference call shotgun. Conference call, like, especially on bosses, it just melted them because of the multiple hits as it penetrated through. And they only nerfed it. Yeah, the crit boost, yeah. The conference call on bosses with the bee shield was pretty tough to beat. Nah, I did not get a perfect sham. I actually never got a legendary rocket launcher drop either. None of them. Huh. Alright. Ah, I bumped my head again. Yeah, I've never played Destiny. The only game like that I've ever played is The Division. The first Division. I just couldn't get into that. You know, like the Borderlands shoot and loot. I don't know, just something with it just resonated with me more than most shoot and loot games. I guess because it was probably because it was simplified. Yeah, I didn't even go in the dark zone. I didn't really enjoy the PvP part of that game. Yeah, especially when you had to call in the chopper and they just steal your stuff right as you got it, right as it got there. So yeah, I just didn't do it. I just played co-op with my cousin. Yeah, believe it or not, I want to play games to have fun, not be toxic to random people on the internet. That was almost it. Having trouble with my fingers locking up. I really want to beat this level tonight, but if my fingers keep locking up, I'm in for a bad time. My fingers are getting tired. Hey, how's it going, legit? I don't know if Rocksteady's doing another Batman game or not. But legit, how are you doing, gamer? Good to see ya. Shoot. Like when my thumbs won't cooperate, I get stuff like that, where it's like wanting to lock up. Oh yeah, legit. You ever played Celeste? My day's been pretty good, legit. Been pretty good. I had a pretty busy day at work. I'm trying to beat this really tough screen on Celeste. What kind of pizza you got, legit? What's the toppings? Alright. Angle upright. Yeah, it's good. I'm trying to get good at it. Yeah, the controls are so good. The music is a jam, so. The art direction is lovely. I hit the jump button before I hit the boost to do the wall jump. Barbecue chicken pizza. Dang, that sounds good. I had chicken and shrimp fried rice tonight. The dang barbecue chicken pizza sounds banging. Good old classic pepperoni, can't go wrong there. How's your weekend been? Been causing SG to go crazy? Dang. Dash too early. I wish my hands would cooperate with me. Stop cramping up. Yeah, I understand that. Actually, legit, that's why when I go on vacation, I take a week off to go on vacation, and then a week off to do, like, basically just big chilling. That way I get to travel and I get to rest. Sort of a thing I figured out as I got older. Because it's worth just doing the 2 weeks. You know, I hated that feeling of you need a vacation from your vacation. So I did. I took a vacation from my vacation. There are a couple advantages to getting older as you start realizing how things work. You know, I started figuring that out when I got into my 30s. You know, it's like when you're young, you kind of want to run around and do stuff all the time, and you don't appreciate the downtime. Yeah. I've also, like, really learned to, like, schedule my vacations with a lot less stuff jammed in them. Like, when I go to Vegas, I don't make a, like, tight itinerary. Like, I leave myself a lot of time to just kind of chill out, you know? Kick it at the hotel room, stop at a restaurant, sit down and eat. Enjoy that. Like that go, go, go kind of thing is like, just not for me. Like, I enjoy activities and stuff, but I don't want it to be like my whole week planned out in like random stuff to do and having to rush from here to there. Like, I try and schedule like 1, maybe 2 things a day, and that's it. And then just like take a break and do something spur of the moment, like I say, enjoy it. A little downtime. Definitely more about that. Like I say, the older I get, the more I'm like that. Yeah, 100% temp. Like, you want to get as much, you know, many experiences as you can in your life, but if all you do is wear yourself down, you don't actually get to, you know, digest and enjoy those experiences. You're just like in a hurry to get to the next one. Doesn't allow you to appreciate the simplicities. My hands are starting to give up, gamers. Let's hope we get it right here. One more run till we make it to those that dash area again. But I don't think my hands are going to hold out much longer. Yeah, they're just, my thumbs are starting to cramp. From fatigue. I had to sign a lot of papers today, And I didn't think it was going to matter that much to me. But it turns out you know, I don't know why I double dashed there. I want to give it one good final attempt and get as far as I can get, you know? I don't want to leave on, you know, a lousy attempt on it. I'm having fun, but like I say, my hands just are not gonna hold out. Like, you know, if you've ever, you know, felt yourself getting tired doing something, you're like, man, I can do it still, but if I do this much longer, I'm gonna pay for it. Oh, okay. You say that I haven't died like that before. Have any hands that are any count tomorrow, which I'm gonna need because I got a bunch of stuff to sort through for my fill-in for next 2 weeks. Ah! I didn't commit to it, gamers. Last run. Been hard at it for 2 hours. Alright, I'm not gonna go out like that. Y'all know how it is. Last good run. I say as I derp it up. I just did the same exact thing back to back. Derp. I keep double tapping the button. Dang. Alright, gamers. Man. Absolutely just going at it. Pull that up. Alright. Yeah, I mean, it was... We had it. We had it going on, gamers. We was going for it. Man, it was just... My hands just aren't going to make it much longer. I'm just going to... I've reached the point of diminishing returns. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but did I tell you, gamers? I did. Heather allowed me to get my my anniversary present. She let me get a new watch, so maybe I'll wear it for you gamers on Thursday for some Mario, or maybe on Tuesday. either way, I'm gonna have to call it here. Let's see, we're gonna go say what up to Savannah Bananas. She's over here playing some Pokemon. So, we haven't raided Savannah in a little while. So why don't we go over there and show her some love. She's really friendly, and she's from Las Vegas, where I'm gonna be going. So, it makes sense to raid her out. So, make sure you gamers show some love. I'm gonna make a raid command one of these days. But we're gonna Spice Rack raid right on over there. So you don't know how it is. Gonna do this. If you're a sub, you can copy that message there. If not, feel free to copy this one. So either way, thank all the gamers for coming and hanging out and cheering me on. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a good start to your week. But we're gonna go get some rest, try and start getting things prepared for the vacation and all that. I will be back Tuesday. Might give something a go this week, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you all. Don't forget to join the Discord. Follow the Instagram if you want to see like all the updates about the trip that I'm taking. If you want to get the photos and a couple of reels for what we'll be doing out there, including the anniversary festivities, my nephew's 21st birthday, and all the such. Like I say, if you happen to be in the area, maybe you'll see me there. But either way, y'all be safe. Have an amazing start to your week. Thank you for all the love, all the support, all the resubs, the raids. I appreciate each and every one of you. And we will talk to you later, gamers.